You ever have a project go off the rails because a developer misunderstood your specs? That can set you back $100 and delay things for months. Let's dive into why those little details in your specs can get lost in translation. Vague specs will sink your product faster than anything else. Just look at Plaid. Their unclear specs led to a 2-week outage that cost them a major bank client. That kind of mess isn't just a headache, it's a money pit. For instance, a startup like Acorns faced a similar issue when their lack of clarity resulted in a $250,000 loss in potential revenue due to delayed feature releases. If your specs aren't structured, your developers are going to struggle to find their way. Founders often think their technical know-how matches their teams, but there's usually a gap that leads to mismatched expectations. This disconnect can manifest in various ways, like when Airbnb had to scramble to fix a miscommunication that resulted in a $2.3 loss during a key product launch. Similarly, when Stripe miscommunicated their API updates, they faced a backlash that cost them not only money but also customer trust. This is the kind of pitfall we see weekly at gotyourtech.ai, where we help clients identify these gaps before they become costly errors. By ensuring your specs are detailed and clear, you can avoid the pitfalls that many others face, saving you time and potentially millions in lost revenue. If you want your specs to actually make sense, ditch the jargon and keep it simple. Break things down into 3 parts: objectives, requirements, and acceptance criteria. This isn't just busy work, it helps developers know exactly what you need. For example, when Notion revamped their specs, they saw a 30% increase in development speed because everyone was aligned on expectations. Get your dev team in the loop from the start. They'll spot confusing bits and help everyone get on the same page. Look at Shopify. They've killed it by getting the spec communication right, which has contributed to their $2.9 billion valuation. Their streamlined specs allowed for rapid feature deployment, ultimately enhancing user satisfaction. This kind of teamwork is exactly what you'll see at gotyourtech.ai, and it's make or break for your project. Stick to these principles, and your team will work faster and make fewer mistakes. Remember, clear specs are not just about avoiding confusion. They're about empowering your team to deliver exceptional results. By adopting this framework, you can minimize revisions and maximize productivity, ensuring that your project stays on track and within budget. Companies that implement these practices not only save money, but also foster a culture of collaboration and innovation, which is essential in today's fast-paced tech environment. If your product specs aren't tight, your whole project is at risk. It's way too easy for your vision to get twisted and lost. If you need a hand getting this right, go to gotyourtech.ai. They have the tools and insights to help you write specs that won't just sit on a shelf gathering dust, but actually get your team moving in the right direction. Don't let your project fall off the rails.